Alrighty then. Hello everybody, welcome back. So, we have hands. We have more or less figured out what the problem is with the alignment. Well, we didn't figure out what the problem is, but we did have a fix, which is to have the melee, what is it? This one. Have this node that is rotated by 90 degrees, and then anything we place in that node gets all the objects back in proper alignment. So, here's what I want to do. I want to open up the radio detector, the radio locator again, because we need to do a couple of fixes on it. Make the labels larger, and then maybe also give it some sort of a switch for the player to interact with or to flick on when they pick up the radio detector. I want the radio detector to be a significant enough item to warrant a custom animation, custom pickup animation. Just once when they pick it up for the first time. So let's go into, what is it? Items, props, items, inventory items. Okay. So where are we turning it on? Hmm. Okay. We need to have a place for a switch. We did not account for a switch. Gosh darn it. I could take this and then move it somewhere else. Let's see. If we do normal. Hmm. Okay, this is for the channel. This is for the major frequency and minor frequency. But I need, if I place it at the bottom, that's gonna make it look like it's a something you speak into. Okay. Let's do this. Lift that up, rotate by 90, rotate by 45 on the x-axis. Okay, can we work with normals? There we go. And then oh, okay. Looks like we merged it. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do is place this here and then use a spin modifier or spin tool to spin this thing like this. There we go. Okay, now what does that give us? Well, we can make this thing smaller now. That's interesting. Okay, let's go back to working global axis. Hmm. Oh, that is skewed. What the heck? God dang it. Hmm. Okay. Easy fix. That's cool. And now that we've done that, we should have enough space for the switch. Hmm. I don't think we need that face. No face. Okay. Also, I could have sworn I've seen a double face in here somewhere. Some weird stuff. Like a rendering glitch in whatchamacalls it. In Godot. Okay. So we need to make actual room. Oh, geez. We need to make actual room for more, well, larger labels. Which I think we could place a cursor here. And then with this selected, use the 3D cursor as a size start. Okay. We know that this is not enough space for any sort of text to be displayed and be legible. So I think we're going to have to expand this thing downwards. Okay, and then once again, place a cursor here. Okay, we got this little thing, which, to be honest, in hindsight, oh, we did make it a separate object. Cool. So in that case, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab that edge over there, place a cursor there, and then scale it up like that. Maybe we'll actually use the center of this face as a center point. Hmm. Let's bring it back to here, and then rotate it around the cursor, just until this is nice and centered. Okay, and then we can move it down. Or should we just move these two vertices down, to be honest? Or we could do that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so that's good. Which means maybe right here we can actually place the switch. I got all this nice empty space here. Mm-hmm. As long as the switch does not obscure anything, like the labels. Okay, place it right here. Drop it down. Okay, now here we're going to create, I guess this could be a cylinder. Let's do this. Mm-hmm. Okay, and the job of this would be to flip forward and backward. Except, I think we might want to make the flip location be a lot lower. The center of axis. Like this. You know what? Maybe we'll do this. take that, separate it, bring that up here so that it's out of the way, scale it up. Hello? Scale it up. I guess the center point is out of whack. Okay, what the heck? Mm-hmm. And then we're going to take the speaker and rotate it back by 45 degrees. I'm going to place it right down here. Get rid of all this nonsense. Whoop, I'm just going to extrude that along normals. Cool. Yeah, that works. You know what, maybe I'm gonna move this thing down just to leave extra room for a light. And the light is gonna be placed in Godot so that it's basically the light that's already been made. Mm-hmm. Cool. And yeah, that's basically it. Maybe for the speaker, could we do like this? Just try to use the most space available. Yeah, okay. Cool. So, Okay, we need to unwrap this and then pop open the substance project again. Okay, so we don't actually have to move stuff out of the way anymore because we know new tricks. Okay, we know new tricks. I'm going to do this, unwrap. Do we want to unwrap like this or... I think we just need to unwrap the stuff that we haven't unwrapped before. Let's see. If we just do unwrap, I believe there's some messed up pieces. Yeah, that does look like we have messed up pieces. What is this? Uh-huh. This entire loop is messed up. Okay, I'm gonna take it right... Oh, well, hello. Okay, it's a little bit better. Let's place a cut right here. Maybe we could just do this. All right. Fail solve three of the objects. Makes sense. Haven't unwrapped this thing. Okay. What else? This is a new one. Don't need the bottom faces. There we go. All right. Whew. Okay. Well, something's gone really wacky. What is this? What am I looking at? Oh, what the heck? How the hell did that happen? Also, scale? Yes. Okay. Apply scale. There we go. Does this thing have like double edges? It does not. Two of the 334 vertices failed to unwrap. Well, which ones? Oh. Right. But this doesn't look too bad. Well, it looks pretty bad. I think this stuff needs to be Smart TV projected. Okay. As a matter of fact, this whole thing needs to be Smart TV projected. Let's keep it as a separate object. You know what? Grill. Okay, so this thing, Smart TV project. And then this one, unwrap. One object. Hmm. What is the one object? Oh yeah, we should probably include these ones. What is the one object that is failing to unwrap here? You know what? If we can't see it, it doesn't exist. Okay. I'm just going to take everything besides this. No. Besides that. Unwrap. Oh, hold on. Is that it? I think that might be it. What is this? Oh, right. There we go. Nope. Still one failed object. So that one messed up thing wasn't even the messed up. Oh, what's this? Ah, same shit, different toilet. Okay. Still not that object. What is this? Okay. Sure, that's fine. That'll work. Okay, you know what? That's good. So then we'll take all of this stuff, pack it up. Pack to others is selected. Don't need that. Beautiful. Okay. Start Substance Painter. You know, we also have a rotation step here, which we could give it more, or a smaller step, which gives it agency to rotate in a much larger variety of positions, which could, get back here, go away, Steam. Jesus Christ. God damn. Okay. Which could give it better placement results. Okay, sort of. Sure. You know what? That looks perfectly natural. Can we normalize islands? You know what? So we're gonna do this. Don't normalize islands, but because this is legible text, this, and that, we're gonna give it slightly more room and then pack it up again. Hey. Okay, but it's 60%. Let's keep going. So like this, and that. And I suppose this. Oh yeah, that definitely needs more room. Scale it up a bit more. I hope it doesn't scale it right back. I think it is. Because like fixed scale is a it did use more room this time. Let's see. Nice. Okay, so it is giving it more room, so that's good. I think I'd want to make these guys have a little bit more room still. Okay. Now it's back to 61. Well, that's not good. All right. Hold on. I'm just going to mute this. Cool. I don't think anything else really needs to be handled. This looks good. All right. Alrighty. Let's get this exported. This is going to be OBJ for the sake of texturing. Assets, textures. Okay, substance textures, radio decoder. I don't think we placed it here. We made this a little bit earlier. Rusted metal. Inventory items. Radio detector. There we go. Okay, this is OBJ. Selections only. Export. And then let's open that project up. Oh. I don't think we have the project for this. Because it went belly up. Because it wasn't backed up. Because the hard drive crashed. Because GitHub doesn't accept files over 100 megabytes. Okay. Well, I guess we're retexturing it. Oh well. Chuck it up to practice. Okay. And that space up there is for a light source, or a little lamp. Let's get ourselves 2K textures. And for ambient occlusion, we're gonna make it only occlude if it's the same mesh with the same name. Max out secondary rays for ambient occlusion. I mean, these look okay. Secondary rays. I mean, that's gonna be a massive bake hog. Oh boy. Okay. Frankly, it looks worse. Hold on a second. Is the resolution? No, the resolution didn't change. What the heck? Welcome, dear Canadian taxpayer. Man, don't even start. Okay. Now, we are going to be looking at it from this distance. So, you know what? I don't like it. Back to default you go. There we go. Hello. I see all the regulars are popping in. I think YouTube algorithm was like, let's mess around with this guy. Are you on an SSD now? No SSD, but yes, backups. Okay. Right, so we need to get this whole thing textured once again. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Let's get going. This is radio locator. Start by assigning body. Greetings. Greetings indeed. Okay. I think what I'm going to start doing now is zipping the project, the Substance Painter project, so I can push it into GitHub for backups without having to rely on like Git LFS. Anyone here use Git LFS actually? No idea what it is. It's a alternate GitHub solution for hosting large files. Git LFS. So you have Git for backups, and then Git LFS is specifically for like files over 100 megabytes. I don't know if it's actually a separate hosting location or if it's just like an extra sturdy compression algorithm for large files that goes into like long-term storage or something. There's no other solution. GitHub is holy. Well, Git LFS is for GitHub. It's just you can't push files over 100 megabytes. It's not gonna let you. So you have to use Git LFS to do this. Okay, that's not what I want. Okay, so what I want to do for today is I want to maybe experiment with like a custom pickup animation for this radio thing. Okay, this is looking a little bit maybe too small of a grain. You know, just to set up some proper feel. I'm gonna get some dirt or dust right away. Dust occlusion. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good. Now we're gonna make sure the labels are glowing right away. If you have spare hardware, you can run GitLab. Um, that's what I was actually thinking. I have some spare PC parts. I could get some PCI Express SATA extension cards, and yeah, just run my old server. That's literally what I'm gonna be looking at doing. So I definitely need it. I assume Git itself already has like built-in support for server hosting. Okay. I believe this is what we were looking for before. And then add an extra layer of dirt on top. Maybe just duplicate this layer. Yeah. Nice. And then for these ones, I'm going to get, what is it, insulators. Black mask. think this would have to be outside, actually, by the looks of it. And probably want to put it into its own group. Okay, let's do copy mask, clear mask, remove mask. Give it a black mask, and then paste it in. Paste mask. Oh, I already had a group here. Cool. Let's put this in here. You just need SSH access to a server to set up Git server. Yeah, like I was thinking of just grabbing a an old machine and then installing Debian on it, and just run, you know, not even desktop environment, literally just run the TTL version, and then yeah, just set up a Git server. The only thing that I'm really iffy about is the fact that Linux has its own file system, like XTF4 or whatever the heck it's called, and I I thoroughly value the ability to just take a hard drive out of one computer and plug it into my Windows computer, and it will just show up, right? I don't know if XTF4 hard drives will just show up on Windows. So that's kind of like the one downside that I'm not too fond of. Maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe it is. Windows does not support XTF4. Yeah, so that's, you know, this is kind of the reason why I'm considering of just running Windows on this computer and have it run this server environment. You can use OneDrive, like a drive of your computer. Yeah, but OneDrive is not a good solution for storing Git or version control stuff. It really likes to futz around with the hash of the files, and every time it does so, Git says, "Whoa, these are all changed. Let's back them up," and that's not good. Like any sort of cloud storage, like I wouldn't shy away from doing exclusively cloud storage. You know, GitHub and another cloud storage. That's not really good. Because if something happens, you know, internet goes down, well, you know, there go your files. Then it's constantly always synced between computers. Yes, I don't need to sync it between. Well, okay, technically, I see what you're saying. You could use it as a means of syncing two hard drives between two computers, but at that point, I might as well just set up a Windows computer, a bunch of external drives, and then set them up as network drives and then use them for like RAID 1 or RAID 2 if I want carbon copies. I know it's not ideal. All the network people, you know, immediately bust a nut when they hear about, you know, doing cache drives and what is it, the imaging drives or whatever they're called, where it's like 10 hard drives and then 4 extra drives that used to map out the hash data so that you can recreate the entire mapping. If one drive crashes, it just restores everything. Oh, they sure love those shenanigans. But you know, we common folk don't really have that much. So yeah, for these sort of project files, I think I can zip them, and then it'll be fine. Then it'll just work. Okay, save it up. Let's keep going. So let's go back to the body. Let's get labels. One, two, and then 3. Mm-hmm. Now, I believe I have paper somewhere. Yeah, there we go. We got paper. So I can make these out of paper. Okay. Just need to increase tiling. And then we need to lay off of the whatchamacallit. Filter, lay off of the height. Think that could work. We'll take this fill layer, pop it up top, and then we're gonna, ooh, man, the pop-up appears on a different screen. We're gonna set this to multiply. Actually, if it's paper, it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. This one should be paper. Okay. You know, maybe the knobs should be more brown. Kind of like this. I think that works. I think I need to look into expanding my library with additional generators. That might be good. Okay, that looks good. Let's get the glowy text on the labels. Nice and large. First of all, how many divisions do we have right now? 225. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7. Okay. I gotta say, I like this color scheme a bit more. Although, this one's got character too. Okay, now we have a feature, a special type of texture that allows us to type in text. It's a little limiting, but it works in the pinch. It'll do the job here. Prefer the new colors. I guess the second iteration is not as, it's a little paler. It's a lot of paler, actually. But I think that works. Okay, so what is it called? Title, text. Okay. So we drop this into here. Advanced blending. Nope, that's not the one. Clear text. Yeah, that is also not the one. Label? Nope. Let's see if we can find it. There we go. Font. And now we can type it in. 225. And we can place it right here. Cool. Now, I'm not actually going to be painting on the layer itself. I think what I'd rather do is have an adjustable. So we're going to do a fill layer, give it a black mask, and then paint on that instead. Now, before we can even think about painting this, I think we need to set up some divisions. Orthographic view, and then shift. There we go. Found a new text for the new method for the text. I think somebody did show at some point in the past how to import fonts. It's kind of a pain in the ass though. But if you need it, it's there. Let me get a paint layer just temporarily here. Okay. We're gonna do radial symmetry, and we need the radial symmetry to be around the particular axis. Okay. There it is. Okay. That's almost good. We just need to say, what is the span? 270. Okay. That looks slightly less than 270. 250. Yeah, just about. Cool. But that's not the right number. We need 7. Beautiful. No, that's not the font, is it? Yeah, it is. 225. Type regular. Type bold. Yeah. We're going to take the bold. Now, do we rotate the numbers here? Yes, we do, loosely speaking. Okay. Right. We don't need mirroring for this. $225. So 225 and 250, and then it flips. Whoops. Okay, I need to make sure that I don't rescale this. So left click. You could have straightened up the UVs. I believe there is actually a plugin that can straighten out UVs. It's like literally meant for that one particular purpose. I've even used it all of once. Don't remember what it's called, but could have come in useful here. So technically, yes. I mean, each number has to be incremented anyways, so that's fine. 375. Then again, the numbers would stretch. Maybe. Okay, so that's looking good. Now, we're going to get back here on this layer, and then we're also going to fix up the location for the center of this knob here. Come on now. Almost. Nice. Okay, and what do we want here? This would be 240. How many positions do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Nice. So go back here. And then this is 0. I think once this dial goes over here, it might be cut off a little bit. So I'm gonna maybe place it where? Place it right here instead. So in that case, we need to go 220. Sure. There we go. Zero, and what is it? 5. Yeah, just increments by 5. There we go. Okay, so that should be more legible, substantially. Now, if we save, let's go over here. Let's give it an emissive map. Cool. Then we could go to the base layer, enable emissive, and then give it a nice green color. I think the base color is usually white. Adding the glow. Indeed. Also, this font is very retro-like, very tech. I like it. This 375 is crooked as shit, though. 375k. Let's get rid of that. Nice. Cool. All right. Now, what else do we need? This thing needs its channel markers. Okay. Let's make a custom folder here. So this is for channels. We're going to give it a paper. Okay. Paper is going to increase tiling. Filter, let's lower our height. And then damn it. this thing is just, oh no. This thing is at an angle. So I'd have to paint it at an angle. Okay. You know what? Whatever. That's fine. Here's what I'm gonna do this time around. I'm gonna make an alignment texture. Okay. And this is gonna be, what is it, 512 by 512. There's 8 channels in total. So, what, 32? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have the in-betweens. Okay. So, the black lines represent the major divisions, and the in-betweens will represent where the numbers go. Okay. No stabilizer. As a matter of fact, why don't I just prep the texture here and just slap it all at once? Or should we just be like, we're almost there anyways? Okay. That's the idea. Let's go to Detail, Assets, Textures, and then this is going to be Radio Substance Textures, right? Nope, not here. Where is folder? I don't have it in the memory anymore. Inventory items, radio detector. Okay, and this is grid alignment. Okay, so Threadtail escape, assets, textures, inventory items, radio detector, grid alignment. Now, we're going to make this project. You know what? Let's make it a library. Call it utility. Okay. So, we'll grab a paint layer and then place the base color. Ooh. Well, that's distorted. Interesting. I think the alignment should be UV based. There we go. That's more like it. And then well, size snapping to 100 pixels, not very helpful. Let's set the rotation. -45 degrees. Nope. -45. Oh, can't do -45. Okay, so it would be this. Mm-hmm. Okay, so channel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is missing a line, and then the secret channel. Okay, so we'll get a what? I guess we can do a fill bucket as well. Make it black for the time being. Black mask. And then we have our channel textures. I think it's a mask. Yes, there we go. Just double checking that the alignment is correct. Okay, now is that going to be small enough? No. That's got to be way smaller. Like this. Mm-hmm. And then it has to match on the red line. And we'll adjust these angles afterwards. Okay, cool. So we'll go here. Okay. Where's channel 7? Is there no channel 7? I guess there is the channel 7. Well, that's interesting. Channel 7 was the secret one. No. Yeah, I guess that's it. Hold on a second. Can we find the channel textures? Hmm. That is wild. I think we might have to redo this one because we're missing something with a number in it. Unless we do something like this. Be like, yes, something happened. It's wear and tear. Yes, absolutely. We'll do it in white or black, I guess. There we go. Yeah, just be like, whoopsie. We'll just sprinkle some damage here and there. Looks like my pen pressure is not working. That's lovely, as usual. Okay, and I'm also kind of thinking maybe we can keep the lines. Okay. Okay, the paper itself has to be yellowed. Grab a fill bucket, give it multiply, and this stuff is only supposed to affect the channels. So it's this one. And yellowed paper, but not without its own variation. That could actually work if I duplicate it and then get rid of this one. I guess, right, since it's multiply, it's going to be multiplying everything. Okay. Let's do this, and then this one, just ease up. There we go. All right, so that works. Now, because the text is written on a separate layer, even though it's technically paper, I kind of want to make it be punched. Like that. And then also give it a bit of a glow so that we can see it in the darkness. And what I wanted to do is make a secondary glow layer specifically for this channel backdrop and this dial. And what we're going to do is make it so that when we hone in on a proper channel, the display will light up and the channel paper will light up as well. Okay. Oh yes, and also we're going to take these numbers. Labels. These ones. We're going to give them negative height. So they look more indented. Nice. Okay. Now, we could still give it a little bit of dirt on top of it. Nice. Cool. Duplicate this. Give it slightly brighter. Gone edges. I don't see the effect as much. This is labels, right? Yes. That's weird. Hmm. Fascinating. Oh, that's set to multiply somehow. No wonder I couldn't see it. Yeah, nice. It's looking good. Nice wear and tear. I think doesn't really affect that much, but that label there, that's fine. Cool. All right, I'm gonna need to take a break, but I'm gonna keep the stream running. I'm gonna be back in maybe good 20-ish minutes. We'll see. Save. Okay, break time. Alrighty, looks like it was a much shorter break than needed to be. Okay. So, what do we got? We still need this label here. Okay. This is the display. Okay, we're gonna give it paper. Black mask. And then only occupy this face. Increase tiling. I'm going to do multiply on this layer. That yellowed paper look. Nice. Now, the label we had here was kind of this weird shape. Looks awesome. We'll see how it looks in the game. Appreciate it, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna do what's the best way to do this? I'm gonna do a layer, paint, put a fill layer into it. Start with red, black mask, and then I'm gonna try to paint something fairly straightforward here. We're gonna see about doing symmetry. Okay, I think if I grab my pen, we could probably put something relatively simple together. Hmm. Where's the strength? Oh, it's got to be the hard brush, that's why. All right. Okay, what do we have here? So 2 cuts here, and then green has 1 cut. Okay, come on. actually. Might as well do it like this. This one's a lot smaller, actually, now that I look at it. Let's try that again. We're gonna do... Okay, that could work. Cool. Now, instead of having a fill layer, we could, I guess we could give it an extra layer here. This is going to be green, but not like super green. Yep. And then give it a black mask. Only paint in the first two components. And then this is going to be toned way down. It's going to be like a yellowish green, if anything. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's going to be more pale. And then the last one is the yellow. The orange, technically. Okay, now we need to make this more prominent. Could make this multiply. Nope, looks like ass. Never mind. This one. Okay. Now then. If this thing is lit up, we need to make the emissive also light up. Now this means the dust has to have a counter effect. Maybe we could even boost it up now. I could try duplicating this, giving it more roughness, but dialing back the dirt level. Okay, now I would like to match this one and this one in color. Yup. And then this guy. What do we want with this? Maybe ease up. Let's see. Ease up on the mask. Can we... Oh, come on. I'm not right click. Oh, what the hell is this? Give me the mask. There we go. Invert. Nice. Okay, so that works. And maybe the labels themselves shouldn't be protruding, but intruding. Nice. And then this. Give more roughness. Maybe instead of being normal, we can set it to like screen or overlay. Nah. What if we disable it entirely? Kind of need the grunge. There we go. Reduce it in opacity. Now, what is it about the soft light on the display? Let's see. I don't see soft light, but we do have soft damage. That could work. Let's see. Nice. That's perfect. I guess if we increase the global blur, it would make it even softer. Like that, but we're going to keep it this way. Yeah, that's really cool. Beautiful. All right. Okay. Since we got this whole glowy bits thing going on, I think we're going to make the switch glow as well. The little tip. Whoops. By the way, I only have about 15 minutes left before I gotta skedaddle for a short little while. Unfortunately, instead of experimenting with animating, I had to do this stuff. Swap the colors. I considered it, but I feel like the hotness of the signal is the indication here. In which case, maybe removing the green would help communicate that better. Or just turning green into like gray. Yeah, maybe. Technically, when there is no emission, this is what it would look like. But if there is emission, all of these layers need to have their own color also emitted a little bit. Like that. I'm gonna have to make a mask of some kind. If we take a look at the channel, where's the glow on this one? I guess there is no glow on this one. It's just that. Okay, hold on. So in that case, if that's the base color, it should probably be like this. Okay, and then once it gets the channel emission, should do this. Okay. Let me just do a quick paint over on the edges. Actually, see, I like being able to adjust stuff after I paint it, so I'm gonna make it black fill layer, and instead I'm gonna paint on the mask. Okay, can we get a brush that works? Okay. Rough, metallic, consume the light, stay on top. Actually, that's better. It's a shame that it doesn't paint. It doesn't paint until it actually touches the portion of the UV island. Maybe we can do just UV based. Oh, yeah, that works. Cool. Having the signal displayed in decibels. Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to go for. Okay. That looks good. I just need to erase this a little bit. Technically, we can't wrap around to the other side. Okay. Nice. Okay. So, more or less, I think that's good. Let's address the knobs, maybe. Knobs need some lovin'. Let's get a duplicate. Give it slightly brighter color. I'm starting to feel the computer hog a little. It's struggling. It'd be struggling. They're like, are we done yet? Please. I want to take a break. we're going to give it a little bit of height. Nice. Cool. All right. Let's go up here. Let's give it a paint layer. And this is normal stamps. I found all the old purchases for the various brushes. The various, technically they're black and white height brushes. But yeah, they're there. Just need to get them into the program and we should be good to go. And of course, they're all outlined on the, whoa, oil leaks, pebbles, scratches, screw bolt. What is this? These are interesting looking tools. Man, I don't know anywhere near enough everything that Substance has to offer. Zipper, dynamic stroke compatible. Weld. God damn, this is awesome. Okay. I'd like to go for what? Textures. Hard surface. Okay, the alpha would have to be a cycle. Hard cycle. Yes. Well, that's the idea. Mm-hmm. Come on now, don't scare me like that. Okay, we're gonna leave that space relatively unoccupied. Man, something about texturing in Substance Painter is just so therapeutic. I love it. Save. Hey, look, I made my own weld brush. Nice. Well, that looks well endowed. Very thoroughly engineered. This actually does look even beefier than the first rendition. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'd say this is an improvement. I'd hate to say this, but I'm kind of glad I lost the hard drive. Because then I wouldn't be remaking the texture. This looks awesome. Positively a huge improvement. Okay, cool. So that should be good. Yeah, look at this. And yeah, there's the weird double face overlap. The slightly tilted speaker at the bottom is definitely an interesting detail. It's like, trying to save the space. And we have an empty spot here where we're going to place the light, which we have already pre-made. And what I'm going to try to do next is animate the character to have a pickup animation where, the character picks up this radio, flicks it on, and then we'll hear the static. And again, we don't have to do that, but I just want to do that to see how it's done. Because I think that would be a really cool. Plus, it would be like a nice little quality, little tidbit of polish that we can add to the game. Okay. I've also been kind of thinking about how I'm gonna go about doing the various details or various animation blendings. Which I think I have a pretty good idea. I would have an idle animation, the idle head camera animation, which is kind of bobbing slowly up and down, and maybe it's gonna be a really long animation, and then once in a while it'll like look around and do some stuff, and then we'll blend in the various hand animations because there's only one head, or there's only like a small set of head animations: running, walking, and idle. But there's also a much larger amount of hand animations for walking, running, walking with the tool out, with like a flashlight, flash bang, radio decoder. Technically, for now, that's all for those tools, but each one of those tools has to have like a walking, idle, running. Maybe we can even do something like, Gordon playing around with the little explodey bug creature weapon in Half-Life 1. Like a little idle animation. I think that might be kind of cool. All right, so let's get this exported. Export textures. Oh yeah, so now I'm going to immediately zip this substance file, split it up into 95 megabyte segments so that we can push to Git. Okay, cool. Now I think combined would be okay. We'll probably have to make a custom shader for this because it's got some stuff that needs to be done. Like we have technically two emission maps, one for the glowy numbers and then one for the backlit paper labels, which would come into effect when we detect something. So I'd have to make a custom shader for that. Shouldn't be too difficult. And I also wanted to see if it would be possible to like get a layer of dust on it, and when the character picks it up, they kind of dust off the unit, get it cleaned up. I think that might be kind of fun. I really need to start using head animations, head bone more in my animations. That's for sure. Okay, we have this Godot combined. Should we use Godot combined if we're going to make a custom shader? I'll have to like split it up into multiple channels. Yeah, sure. That's fine. Dreadtail, engine, textures, substance. Okay, and then inventory items. I want to do radio detector new version 2. Let's do that. Yeah, I think 2K would be appropriate for this. This is technically a hero item. Hero prop. All right, and then one final thing. Gotta export this. I bet all the locations and all the rotations would be messed up in the knobs. That's fine. We'll sort it out. Okay. Objective. I almost said OBJ. Dreadtail engine models items radio decoder detector. Get out preset export. Bam. And crash. Also, I think removing the channel marker from here is okay, because again, it's nice, beautiful. I love it because it's a little redundant. Okay, we'll apply the texture afterwards. It's still using the old texture. We'll apply it next time. And oh yeah, I didn't actually use the channel, did I? It's like CH:1. It's not the same ones. Oh, I did. Just no colon. Okay, that's fine. That's it. I'll be back sometime later, hopefully. I'll be able to find some time. A few hours. We'll see. Thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate the company.